Hey there, fellow Factorians. Owner is here with another episode of my first Megabase. Alright, last episode we got Purple Science kind of going. It's kicking along. We've got... it's all feeding in. Yeah, it's going. We'll call that going. There are some serious limitations though, and it looks like we're not producing that much. And wow, why do we have so much rail? Did I stuff the ratios up on that? What do we need? We needed 3 science packs per production. We needed 10 a second. Each of these produces 4. Yeah, we've got too many, don't we? 2 rail over half second, 4 a second, 4, 8, 12, 16. So we actually don't need this last one here. We can get rid of it. Interesting. And that should still produce... Ooh, can't get rid of that though. Get rid of all that. And we can get rid of all of that. Look at that. Alright, now that should be producing 12 a second, and we only need 10 a second, so we are good. Unless we need to expand this in the future, but we won't be doing that for quite some time. And it looks like these are... that one's just not producing, which is probably a good sign. Alright. Now, what we want to do this episode, of course, is get utility science going. Yellow science, it is such a killer of a starter base because it uses... Ooh, research. Let me get Covarex. And back to train of thought. Utility science, killer of bases because it uses blue chips and low density structures. Why are they bad? Well, blue chips require 20 green chips. And low density structures require 20 copper plate. And of course, a green chip requires copper as well, so suddenly copper is just hugely resource constrained. Anyway, let's not worry about that for now. Let's just build our little blueprint for one of these a second, so we'll need 7 of these, and again we produce 3 packs every time, so we need 1/3 of those resources per second. So we will need 2 blue chips every 3 seconds. So that is 2/3 of that amount. So we will need 6.6, so 7 blue chip productions. Now blue chips require sulfuric acid, so we need to do something like that. And we can power... no, okay. Which just means we'll put our power pole down here, like so. There we go. Alright. That will work out perfectly, I think. And we can keep powering that. But I need 7, so that is 6, and that is 7. We don't need that. Alright, of course, I definitely didn't forget to provide some materials. So we're producing 2 of these every 3 seconds. So what do we need to produce that? We need 40 green chips every 3 seconds. So we will need 13.3 green chips a second, which is actually under the 15 that we can do on half a belt. Now I know that seems crazy, but I'm going to check that. We're going to run this on just half a green belt, which just, to me, sounds totally infeasible for blue chips. For blue chips, but let's see what happens. I'm all for science on this one. Alright, so apparently all we need is half a belt. Apparently. Of course that's going to be in our way. We won't do that, that's for sure, because suddenly we've lost power everywhere. Alright. And actually that's much better because that keeps us away from our copper belt, which we will need very soon. Alright, we can't do that, so this will have to drop down one. There we go. Alright. And not like that, not like that, come on, let's get this going. There we go, alright. We can pop that one there, this looks a little bit neater. Alright, now, still not convinced this is going to work, but let's check it out, shall we? And we also need to hook up our sulfuric acid. And if we can get that over to the bus somehow. Yeah, looks like we have to do it there, and... oh, this is going to be a bit of a problem, isn't it? We might have to... oops, do some of that. Not that, that's for sure. That's not going to work. Let's get these. There we go. Alright, that is better. And look at that, just like it was meant to be. Perfect. Okay, there is our sulfuric acid. And let's see if we're getting enough green chips to this guy. It is getting enough, and once these guys get their first lot of 30, just got to remember they always get twice the amount they need. 40, isn't it? It's 20 chips. Yep. So this guy now stops grabbing it, and we start producing a little bit further on. Interesting. Okay. And we've got the auto trash set up to have 1 stack of green chips. Wonderful. Well, there are blue circuits. What else do we need? Robot flying frames. They're a little bit of a thing that just needs a lot of stuff, so we'll do that last. I'm going to put our low density structures on this belt as well, because all they need are raw materials, and it is copper, steel, and plastic. So much copper. So much copper. Okay, so again, let's look at our numbers. We need 1 a second, so we will need 20 low density structure productions. And that means we need 20 copper plate every second. Oh boy, this is, like I said, it's a killer. Anyway, let's just go ahead and do it, shall we? Alright, so we are going to have 2 incomers on this, and we will have a full lane of copper coming in so we can get the throughput we need. And, ooh, what did I forget? I'll have to pop those there. Wonderful. Alright, let's get you powered up, and we will need another line here obviously, and this is going to be our steel and plastic. Alright, so first off, let's get some copper going. Never where I want it, is it? Alright, there we go, there is some copper, and then steel and plastic will have to come in there. Steel. Ooh, what can we do here? That is more steel. Alright, so can you jump? No, you can't. That's just a tad annoying. What can we do to get that across? We could bring it... Oh, man. I guess we have to bring it down here. It's starting to... No, I'm going to bring it up. Let's bring it up here. Alright. This is what we're going to do. There is our steel and our plastics. Is that going the right way? Yeah. Our plastics will come and join us. There we go. Alright. And of course we're going to have to do something a little bit odd here. Something a little bit odd, like that was not intended. Alright, is that going the right way? Yep. And across. Steel and plastic. So there are our low density structures, and of course we need 20 of these, because reasons. Okay, that is 4, 6, 8, 10. And then let's just double that whole thing, because hey, there we go. We've got so much construction that we are outside the Roboport coverage area. Yep, that is just the way it is when it comes to these guys. Alright, we will need to power that up. There we go. Look at that. Oh boy, that is a lot of low density structures. Let's help these guys out. Don't need some of these at the end. Alright. Whew. Get these resources going. There we go. Okay. Man. That is going to really, really suck our copper dry. Let's do something to kind of balance that out. Because we've got some going off here. I'd like to have one just directly before that, but I can't really do it with that. Anyway, that's okay. Alright, so they're the quick ones done. Now we also obviously need one more for our utility science pack, and that is flying robot frames. Now, unfortunately, they just require a lot of stuff, namely electric engines, which we don't have on the bus, of course. So, what we can do, I'm really tempted to fudge this one, and because we're not producing a whole heap of bots here, these electric engines really aren't doing anything. But I don't like stealing them from here. I really want a dedicated one. So let's see how many we need. We need one every 3 seconds. So we need one of these every 3 seconds. So we need four of these. Okay. So all we need, how do we do this? Okay. We need that arrangement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, this is going to be a start. Let's just pop it over here for now. Mindful that we actually do need to make regular engines above it. And each of these needs one regular engine, I believe. Yep, so we will need 4 of these guys as well. Okay, so let's just copy this as well. And unfortunately, that's going to be the wrong way around. And if we spin it this way, it doesn't output to the right side, does it? No, it does not. Alright, let's do that anyway. And we'll have to sort out the inputs and the outputs. Yes, we will. Alright. There we go. Let's just see what happens. We can get rid of all of this for now. And all of this. Look, they've still got yellow belts. Crazy. I wonder they're not getting built. Alright. And now, trying to remember what we did here. We brought our iron in at the bottom. Okay, yeah, that works. Oops. There we go. Cool. Not sure why these aren't getting built by our bots. Oh, I've turned my robot board off. Wonderful. I wonder why that is. Anyway, let's get some power going to these couple of guys and just see what is happening. Alright. So we want iron in here. And then the output of these is also going this direction. We can sneak it under there. Perfect. Alright, that actually works out fine. Absolutely fine in this case. That is the wrong way. Now, input. So these guys are going on one belt. And we have another belt that is doing steel. Alright, that is perfectly alright, except for the whole issue of how we actually get there. Oh man. I guess we just can't have straight belts in this anymore. That's okay. Who needs straight belts? Nothing like some spaghetti. Yeah. So we only need one belt, half a belt of this, so that will be absolutely plenty, and of course these are all the wrong way. And we even these are way, that is no, stop. Alright. There we go. Let's make sure there's no steel on there. Okay. You are going that way and that way. Let's just fix you up completely. And wow, you're not even close to what it was required. Alright, so there is our steel. These will output here, and we need to output this one on the far side, like so, and immediately kick it under so that we can do that, and like that. Perfect. Alright, so this is our iron. And feed those in. And then we need inputs, and where's our reds? steel, and then out. So there is our regular engines, which feed into our electric engines along with green circuits. Alright, so we'll have that coming in here. Oh man. Alright, green circuits, there you go. Enjoy your spaghetti green circuits. Which isn't actually a bad thing because we can kind of just do that. There's half a belt, and there's the other half of the belt. And suddenly these guys have everything except for lubricant, because we haven't hooked up the lube. Always with the lube jokes. And like so. Great. Pop you there. And we should be producing our electric engines. And we are producing 4 every 10 seconds, so 2 every 5 seconds, and that is 0.4 a second. 2 every 5 seconds, is that enough? I'm so confused now. We needed... Oh, we're actually producing... We've got to produce these yet. Come on. Hey, we just lost power. Why did we just lose power? Our solar panels... Looks like our accumulators just completely shut down. Let's have a look at our graph. And of course, while that happened, we are getting attacked. Let's quickly jump over here. And oh gosh. Hey, we're back. Oh man, that was... Okay, we don't have enough power. That is the issue. I did, of course, turn these off, so I'm going to turn them back on. And clearly, we need more of these guys. So, what can we do? We can just make more of these guys. Let's get that whole array and pop it down right next door, shall we? That is not right next door, that is right next door. We might need a few more of these. I don't think these are required anymore. So let's can them. And we're going to lose a little bit in the corner there, but that's okay, isn't it? Alright. And pop that down there. And we'll see if that is going to be enough to power us. But obviously, like I said, I should probably might have done that off camera. Let's go with that. I installed a little power switch here, so I've fully isolated our steam engines. I disconnected the power here, so the only connection for our steam engine network to the power is via this power switch, and you can turn that on and off. And I turned it off to see if our solar was enough. Obviously, it just wasn't quite enough, because just that last few seconds of night we ran out of power, and of course that's when we got attacked, which kind of sucks. But we're back up and running, and hopefully these will someone will come and replace that at some point. Is that within our construction zone? It is not. Well, there you go, look at that. We can pop another one of these down here. Is that within our construction zone? It sure is. And that will get these guys repaired. Excellent. Okay, wow, look at that. Our solar farm is off and running. But we need to get back, and we need to get this yellow, is it again? Utility science sorted. Okay, so we need flying robot frames, 1 every 3 seconds. So we need 7 of these. Yes, 7 of these. And we need one electric engine every 3 seconds. And we are producing 2 every 5 seconds, which is better than 1 every 3 seconds. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. I'm happy with that. Alright. Except our green chips are dead. Always happens. Always get that wrong. Alright. Not that our green chips are probably going great with this once this blue chips actually starts, but hey, that's a whole nother issue for another time. So we have electric engines. What else do we need for our flying frames? We need steel, batteries, and green circuits. So let's get batteries and steel coming in. And this is probably crazy. Probably not. I don't know. I don't actually know if this is going to work. But it just seems like too good an opportunity to miss. Like that. That just looks divine, doesn't it? We'll see if there's actually enough. Well, I mean, again, look at our green circuits. That is just not great. Not great at all. And as you can see, we've got, our solar panels are using them now because we're building solar. Yeah, we'll sort that out later. We'll sort it out later. Alright, for now we are going to build this and then we'll find the bottlenecks. So, we have green circuits and electric engines, we need batteries and steel plates up here. There is our steel plate. And again, we can't do that, of course. There is our steel plate. And is this going to reach all the way down? It sure is. That's pretty good. Alright. And there are our batteries. Cool. Alright. Go that way, thank you. And of course now this one's in the way here. We just moved that, didn't we? And let's hook that up here, and here, here, and here. Alright, so what did we say? We needed one every 3 seconds, so we need 7 of these. 7 of these. There is 2 robot flying frames. Let's get a couple of those in, a couple out. And a couple of you guys in, and a couple of outputs here, and let's not forget lights. Oh boy, alright, so that is 2, we'll need that, 4, 6, 7, and not this lot at the back. Alright, wonderful, we don't need that, that, or that. Okay, and that just means now we only need to bring down our blue circuit and we'll bring it down here. We're really running out of space here, aren't we? Alright, so let's actually go one further along. Stupid belts. Maybe I should get belt immunity at some point. Alright, and again, look at all this beautiful underground action. Oops, one there, there, and there. And there we have it. Alright. So that is what we need for our 7 of these. Great. Let's pop them in as well. And there we go. Lights. We can just, I'll have one of those, thanks. And let's not wait for our bots to do that. You are creating, keep going yellow. I'm just going to call it yellow. Who's kidding me? I'm not kidding myself, not kidding anyone else. We're always going to call it yellow. Alright, so that is 2, 4, 6, 8. Bye bye. And voila. There you go, yellow science is up and running. All we have to do is hook that up to our purple science up here. On the far side, of course, but that's fine. And we'll do that in a similar vein to what we've done here. With even a bit more use of the undergrounds. And last but not least, up to here and then on the inside of that. And there we go. Purple and yellow science hooked up. And we are still got a bit of time to spare. What is 55 missing? Alright. So our power is getting bigger. Accumulator charge is getting greater. Now, time to fix our first bottleneck, which will, of course, create more bottlenecks. But hey, we're going to up our green science production to a red belt. So let's see, what are we doing at the moment? We are getting stuck. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And we're just going to double that whole thing. And now we have a red belt, which also means we will need to hit it with the upgrade planner, like so. Those stupid power poles. We could fix this up, I think, because these ones have the right power poles. I don't believe this one is required anymore. Except that you need to be on the inside. There we go. Alright. Beautiful. I think that will work. And let's just wait for the bots to clean that up. I do, however, want to get the upgrade planner, and let's go into map mode and give the bots a little bit of work to do. We are going to want this copper all to come in at a red belt as well, because hey, we haven't strained our copper enough, have we? We might as well upgrade that to red as well, and of course all of this now is a red belt, so let's make it so. There we go. Alright, so that is one red belt now of green circuits, and that is only 30 a second. And we are using, what did we say, like 15 a second here? So half of this production is all just going to be used up here if our science is going. And we're also using a bucket load here. So yeah, this is really starting to kill the base. Like I said, yellow science, in my opinion, is the turning point for any Factorio base. And it is the moment where you've kind of made do, and all of a sudden everything just falls apart. So with that in mind, we are going to think about what do we want to do next? I really think with Covrex being researched, that is a sign that we need to start uranium mining. And we won't be doing anything with it straight away, but we definitely want to start mining uranium so we can stockpile up a fair bit of our goodies for U235. And in fact, I'm just looking at this, I think this is probably going to be where we will do our nuclear power area. So we'll have our mines up here, just belt down we'll have maybe our Covrex here. We'll need like our, what is it, enrichment or refinement process, Covrex process, fuel cells feeding into here, and we'll get our water from there. I think that's going to work out really well, and man, am I happy that we don't have to deal with biters all the time. Whew. But I'm pretty confident that we're on a good path. We have yellow science, we have yellow science being produced. As you can see, here it is, kicking along here. Ideally, I'd like to give our purple science a break. Once Covrex is completed, maybe we just go back to something that only needs blue. Not that there's really anything that I want. With our yellow science, though, we do get the next level of worker robot speed, which is very nice. We can upgrade our personal robot boards, fusion reactors, power armor will come in there somewhere, military 4, artillery. Yeah, we are, apart from space science, the infinite science, we are at maximum science. And now we just need to build up an area that can support it. As we can see, our bots are still kicking along. How much of this do we have in the network? We've still got a heap. Yep, still pretty good for belts. So they should be slowly doing the process. I wonder if we are out of construction bots. Oh no, we've still got a heap being heap free. Not sure why they're just taking their sweet time. We definitely need to upgrade their speed sooner rather than later, but that is all stuff that we need to get done in the future. And like I said, next episode, I think we are going to start some uranium ore mining, which will be a nice little treat because there are some eccentricities that come with that, particularly around the requirement for sulfuric acid. So we'll need to have a train coming in, supplying sulfuric acid to actually do the mining, which, yeah, just another little extra fun thing to do. Alright, but all that is for tomorrow. As always, I'd love to hear your comments about our base, tips and tricks. If you've spotted something that I've done that's totally wrong, specifically around these ratios. I still can't believe that we only need half a belt of greens for this array, but hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. And see you next time.